What's up, it's Enigma Hood. Today I want to talk about this interview that Dennis Rodman and some other basketball players did with CNN. For those of you who don't know, Dennis Rodman and his basketball posse went to North Korea to train the North Korean basketball team and to do some humanitarian work, I suppose. You know, that's fine. I actually don't really have a major problem with that. A lot of people are criticizing Dennis Rodman for being buddies with Kim Jong-un. And just recently, he did an interview with CNN. I'm going to say right off the bat that Dennis Rodman is a fucking idiot. I always thought he was a freak, and when you listen to him talk, he sounds like an idiot. With that said, this anchor guy is a real fucking douchebag. The questions he's asking are utterly inane, but I'll get to that later. For now, watch a few clips of the interview.
First question to you, Dennis. I see you got the team assembled there behind you. You got the basketball game coming up. Tell me, given the situation in the country where you are right now, why do you believe this is a good idea?
For the world. And people always turn down the things I do. And it's weird. And it's like, wow, really? You know what? But you get Michael Jordan, you get the LeBron and stuff like this. This. They can do all the cool things in the world. But me, I said, why North Korea? Why? I love my friend. I love my friend. This is my friend.
People have asked why we've come here. We've been doing these games for 3.5 years. And Dennis, you know, sometimes we've gotten to know each other over the last 3.5 years. And, you know, outside of what people know of Dennis, you don't know Dennis. This guy's got a great heart. His passion is about children and families.
I'm well aware of the good work that you've done. The man sitting to your right, Cliff Robinson, Vin Baker. But you have to understand, the criticism comes because you are not in Taiwan. You are in North Korea that is ruled by a man who just killed his uncle, who is holding an American, Kenneth Bay, hostage for reasons we don't understand, and is known as one of the bad actors on the globe at this time, not someone to get a birthday present of NBA talent. Do you understand that? I get it, but it's about where you do it as well. And again, this is coming from somebody who is a fan and a supporter of a lot of the work that you've done. But Dennis, when you bring him into this place and you call this ruler your friend, when he's executing his uncle and he's holding an American hostage, he is not a friend to the Bay family. He is not a friend to your country. And you have to understand that, Dennis. You can't pretend like you don't get why people are upset. Dennis, let me end on this. You do have a relationship with this man. You've said it many times. We've seen it demonstrated for whatever reason.
Yes.
Are you going to take an opportunity, if you get it, to speak up for the family of Kenneth Bay and to say, let us know why this man is being held, that this is wrong, that he is sick? If you can help, Dennis, will you take the opportunity?
The one thing about politics, Kenneth Bay did one thing. If you understand, I got it. If you understand what Kenneth Bay did, do you understand what he did?
What did he do? You tell me.
Country.
You tell me. What did he do?
And no. You tell me. You tell me. Why is he held captive?
They haven't released any charges. They haven't released. They haven't released any reason.
Listen.
Let me do this. I would love to speak on this.
Go ahead.
You know, you got 10 guys here. 10 guys here that have left their families, left their damn families to help this country as a sports venture. Got 10 guys, all these guys here. Do anyone understand that?
We do, and we appreciate that, and we wish them well with cultural exchange.
No. I'm just saying, no, I don't give a I don't give a rat's ass what the hell you think. I'm saying to you, look at these guys here. Look at them.
Yeah, but Dennis, don't put it on them. Don't use them as an excuse for the behavior that you're putting on yourself.
They came here.
You just basically were saying that Kenneth Bay did something wrong. We don't even know what the charges are. Don't use these guys as a shield for you, Dennis.
Listen. Ain't no shield. I got it. Let me do this. Really, I'm gonna tell you one thing. People around the world, I'm gonna do one thing. You guy behind the mic right now, we are the guys here doing one thing. We have to go back to America and take the abuse. Do you have to take the abuse? Well, we're gonna take it. Do you, sir?
Okay, my main problem with this douchebag is that he is unfairly expecting Dennis Rodman to do things which are really unreasonable. You know, asking to release political prisoners and things like that. This guy is a basketball player, okay, and he's quite obviously an idiot. He's not a politician, and to put that burden on him is utterly unfair. The other unfair thing is to equivocate the enemies of America with the enemies of an individual. Okay, the North Koreans and the North Korean government are not the enemies of every single American in the world. And that's an equivocation. They are the enemies of America. They're not Dennis Rodman's enemies. And if it were me, if I were in that situation, I would actually have no problem being in that situation. I would say, they are not my enemies. Do not expect me to treat them like they are my enemies. Meanwhile, you are asking all these hardball questions to me. Why aren't you asking these hardball questions to the government, to the American government officials who is spying on us? The NSA spying bullshit? The judge who ruled that spying on us, the NSA spying, is constitutional? Are you serious? Invading our privacy, listening in on our phone calls and looking at our emails? That is utterly unacceptable. And if you want to talk about releasing political prisoners, let's talk about Bradley Manning. Why aren't you asking President Barack Obama to release Bradley Manning? He can give him a pardon. He's not doing that for political reasons because it's going to anger a lot of people. Big fucking deal. Bradley Manning is a hero. He's been fighting for our freedom. Now, you know, whatever the things that North Korea is doing, it's horrible. But at the same time, I need to be honest here. It's not our problem. It's not our problem. It's America's problem because North Korea is America's enemy. It's not my enemy. I care about what's happening to me. I care about me being spied on and my fellow Americans being spied on by our own government. And it pisses me off when our own government is saying that a hero who's standing up for us, who is a whistleblower, Bradley Manning, he is considered a criminal by our own government. That's what affects me, not North Korea. I'm sorry, but that's their problem. It's not my problem. I have to put priorities here. My top priority as an American is what my government is doing to me and the way that they're treating Snowden. He's in exile because of the way that our government is treating whistleblowers. Of course, because he's blowing the whistle on our government. And then we have judges who are ruling against these people and saying, oh yeah, the spying is perfectly fine. What an Orwellian situation that we're in right now. And it's only going to get worse if we don't start acting up and speaking out against this. Instead, they're trying to deflect to North Korea and say, look at all these bad guys over in North Korea. Look at all the bad things they're doing. No, I don't care about that, unfortunately. I care about what's happening here in America. And I'm not going to knock Dennis Rodman for what he's doing, because what he's doing, he's not a fucking politician. It's not his responsibility to be asking these questions to Kim Jong-un. Okay? You're trying to turn him and North Korea into the boogeyman. No, the real danger here is what the NSA is doing. What your own government is doing to you. Anyway, post in the comment section what you think. This is Enigma Hood signing off.